In our previous clip, we had entered the 4 line items our customer needed. As always, we hit escape to signify we had finished with the body screen. This action automatically sends us to the header screen for the mandatory entry of the customer purchase order number. As we emphasized in the previous clip, this is a crucial important entry and it must be correctly entered. Since this is a bib order, we can be certain the prefix will be bib, B-I-B-B, dash, followed by a number. If the customer cannot provide a number, we need to be creative and enter something that will allow us to successfully search if the customer decides to call in checking on the status of the order. The date is a good start, or maybe their phone number. Hit enter after you have specified the customer PO. The cursor will be positioned for entry of the customer release number. Some customers require entry of the release number. If so, we will not be able to bypass the entry. There are 2 additional fields on the header screen that need to be discussed. They are freight in exempt, yes and no, and freight out exempt, yes or no. When we set up a customer, we have the option of indicating he or she will be charged freight from an inbound vendor purchase order and whether freight associated with our outbound shipment will be charged. In our example, we can see bib is going to be charged freight both inbound and outbound. Bib is not exempt on either charge. For this order, we can change the flag from no to yes. This is not something we encourage. We could enter both shipping instructions and internal notes. These boxes are described in a separate clip. If there's no requirement for a release number or any changes to the freight flags, we can escape from the header screen as soon as we have entered the customer PO. If there is a back order or back orders associated with the order, we will be prompted by the message, ship everything on month, day, year. If we reply yes, then Eclipse will create a single generation with a ship date specified in the message. This would indicate our customer wants all the material delivered at the same time complete and is prepared to wait until that date. If we reply no, then Eclipse creates multiple generations, one of which will have a ship date of today because there is available material. This would assume you plan to deliver the available relatively soon and the customer will wait for the back orders. If there is no message or when we respond to the message, we will be automatically taken to the status screen. The cursor is positioned in the order status field. The initial status, except for a cash sale, is always call when available. If the ship date is today, then Eclipse has committed or reserved the inventory. If our customer wants the material today or tomorrow, we can produce a pick ticket or send the ticket to the RF guns simply by typing an A over the C. This changes our order status to ship when available. When we exit from the status screen, Eclipse will process the generation we have set to ship when available via what is known as the Phantom. The Phantom produces the ticket and directs it either to a printer or RF gun. If we are not shipping today or tomorrow, we should leave our generation as call when available. However, we have a little more work to do before we leave the status screen. We need to establish a ship via and required date. If we cannot see the required date column, we will need to change our view. Hit the hotkey for view, which is Alt-V, select the required date / ship via option. If we depress F10 in the ship via column, we can list all the ship vias assigned to our branch. What is a ship via? We can see from the display that one of the purposes is to tell the warehouse how we want the material to be delivered. We can see best way, which is the warehouse makes the decision. There is FedEx, Our Truck, several UPS options, will call, and if we page down, we can actually specify the day of the week we want Our Truck to deliver. In a paper world, the ship via dictates how the pick ticket is processed in the warehouse. These steps are detailed in another clip. In an RF world, where the ship via is a 3-character display on the RF gun, it helps the picker determine what to pick. For example, if the picker sees THU for Thursday and today is Wednesday, the ticket will be picked. Finally, we need a required date. For material shipping today or tomorrow, the date remains today. Otherwise, enter a date that we have agreed upon with our customer that is acceptable. The required date is very important, as you will discover in a later clip. Our next clip will take a more detailed look at the status screen. Be sure to watch it.
beep, beep.